Welcome to the ultimate gaming realm, and this is your curator, Dixon, logging on. Today I'm doing a retro PC DOS game. Oh yeah. Here's an interesting freebie from goodoldgames.com. Tyrian 2000. And you sure as hell cannot go wrong with this game being free. Oh yeah. Tyrian is a scrolling vertical shooter type of a game, like Space Invaders, 1942, Exvius, Galaga, and Raiden. Tyrian is set in a sci-fi universe in 20,000 after death. Tyrian 2000 became a freeware in 2004. First of all, Tyrian was released in 1995 for the PC and DOS. And the latest updated version was released in 1999, Tyrian 2000, which Tyrian 2000 is the complete edition that ironed out all the flaws from the previous versions of the game. And as I said, it's available on goodoldgames.com for the cost of $0.00. Tyrian 2000 was developed by Eclipse software and published by Epic Mega Games, which is also known as Epic Games. And the music's been composed by Alexander Brandon, who's also known for work on other games like the Deus Ex series, and usually the type of soundtracks he does is pretty badass, especially the soundtrack for Tyrian 2000. I haven't done much comparison to other vertical shooters, but Tyrian 2000 has a lot of good shit to keep you entertained, depending on the way you look at certain games that suit your likings. The gameplay is pretty much like other vertical shooters. Tyrian 2000 has 5 episodes that you can play in different modes. Not only that this Tyrian game has the mode for 1 or 2 player arcade mode, it also has a time battle mode and a story mode, which the story mode is called the full game mode. The main thing you do in Tyrian is that you take on enemy hostiles, which of course is common for any other scrolling vertical shooters, but the beauty point of it is that the action comes with a badass soundtrack, which there's also MP3 files if you get the Tyrian 2000 and the extras from the goodoldgames.com. So that's definitely a huge plus, especially for being a freeware. There are quite a few differences between all modes. The arcade mode is like any other vertical shooter game with lives, weapons, armor, and shield power-ups. But in the full game mode, there will be a load and save option. Plus you can read data, which is known as your galactic email. Plus you can purchase upgrade for your ships with powerful armor, shield, or a better ship, or power up your weapons on each side. Now the guns for the rear and front, from after when you choose one, you can always upgrade it till you hit level 11 to make the weapons more powerful. And you can save afterwards, and you can save in between stages. But while doing the gameplay in story mode, you die once, it'll take you back to the main menu. So that way it'll help you decide and think what your next move is. In other words, getting the right type of ammo that you need for that mission. The story mode is something I do not think that a common vertical shooter did before. I can tell you one thing, having a story mode and a vertical shooter game together really did pull it off. Like with reading these emails with these neat animation portraits of giving you heads up of what's out there in the space or something personal. I didn't read all the emails while I was continuing, so unfortunately I can't explain what the story is all about. I can tell you one thing, it's very interesting that they added that feature in the game. And I can imagine that a vertical shooter with a story does take a lot of work, so that's another thing I love about Tyrian 2000. Tyrian 2000 can be pretty easy, depending on what difficult level you have it set on, or how much practice you've gotten in, or in the story mode what type of weaponry you have selected. So far there are 3 difficulty level settings, but there are codes to unlock harder difficulty levels, harder ones than what you see here. And there's codes for all sorts of other things in Tyrian 2000, like cheats. Tyrian 2000 has all sorts of things and bonuses that you'll get from goodoldgames.com for the cost of absolutely nothing. I'm not saying the game is nothing, but you can get everything in that game for absolutely nothing. It's a hell of a huge deal. And I wish there were many other great games for that deal. Well, probably might be some out there, but I don't know where. The only thing the game will cost you, of course, is time. And Tyrian 2000 is well worth investing your time into. So Tyrian 2000 is an absolute must-have. This is Dixon of the Ultimate Gaming Realm, logging off.